Hi everyone and welcome to today's video where we will be focusing on doing some rock painting. But before we start, I'd actually like to take a minute just to do some deep breathing and some relaxation techniques. So we'll just start off and make sure that you're seated really comfortably, your mind is at ease. Also go over the fact that there's different methods of this, but the best way is for you to feel most comfortable with your body, and always listen to your body and listen to your breathing. If something doesn't feel right for you, then you do it your way instead of anyone else's way. You always listen to your own body and what it's telling you. So we'll just start off with some pursed lip breathing. So this is one of my favourite relaxation techniques. I used it a lot during high school when I was doing my exams and stuff. It just helps your body feel more relaxed, your muscles relax. It helps you lower your blood pressure and your heart rate at the same time, and it just reduces stress as well. I think deep breathing techniques are especially important during these times when everyone's in quarantine. You know, you can always overthink things can go to your head, so I think it's important just to take 5 minutes out your day before you start to do some deep breathing and some relaxation, just to get your day started on the right foot. So what you want to do is inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds and then exhale with your pursed lips. So it goes a bit like this. And what you're wanting to do is do that about 3 times in total. So we'll start off. So next we're going to move on to equal breathing. So equal breathing is when you inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds and then you exhale through your nose as well. So we'll start off there, and again you do it for about 3 times. Our deep breathing's done and everyone's feeling a bit more relaxed. We'll just jump straight into the video and start our rock painting. Okay, so first off, what you want to do is you want to go and grab your rock. Make sure you wash it and dry it first before you start painting. Then you're going to go straight in with your first layer of paint. Make sure you have your paintbrush around the right way, unlike me. Your first layer of paint is going to take a few coats. So make sure you just take your time, leave it to dry between the coats. Just layer on nice and be quite generous with it. You can paint whatever you like on your rock. I'm going for a ladybird for this one, but you can go with your favourite movie character, you can go with your favourite animal, you can just do a colour if you'd like. A rainbow, sunset, whatever you'd like to choose. So yeah, you're just applying that first layer of paint. It does take a while, this activity, just because the layers of paint and everything. But just take your time and be a bit patient with it. It does take quite a lot of patience. But yeah, what you want to do is use your imagination. Just think of different things that you can paint on your rock. I chose to do 4 rocks. One of them is my favourite thing about camp, but we'll get to that rock in a minute. But as you can see, I'm just going to leave it to dry here. So now we're back. I've left it dry for a couple of seconds. So I'm going to keep layering that paint on. Just layer it on nice and generously. Make sure you cover both sides and all the way around the rock. Next, now that I've layered it on, I'm going to put one more layer on it just to make sure to grab all them spots that I didn't the first and the second time. Really get the sides of the rock as well, because that is quite important for when it's finished. I hope you guys are all having a good day. It's actually quite sunny here, which is a shock for once. As you can guess, it's never really that sunny in Scotland. It's always raining. But yeah, what you're wanting to do is just keep layering that paint on. Make sure to get none on your hands, or try not to get any on your hands. I ended up with paint everywhere when I did this. So make sure you have a couple paper towels down or some toilet roll, just to protect any surfaces from paint that might get on there. So I actually got quite impatient, so I started painting my second rock. So I just put my first layer of blue on, and now I am moving on to my ladybird again. I actually forgot what a ladybird looked like, so I had to Google it, which is a bit embarrassing. But yes, I just put that first line down the middle. I think I did put a bit too many spots on, as you'll see in a minute. I'm pretty sure they're only supposed to have like 8 spots in total. I went a bit over the board and I put like 20 spots on this ladybird. That's me finished the spots now, and I was going to put on another layer of paint of the blue one, because that was annoying me a bit. The blue wasn't really going on the rock that well, so I had to do quite a few coats on that. Back over to the ladybird in 2 seconds. I didn't give it that much time to dry, so I do advise you to give it a few minutes before you be painting on some eyes. But yeah, I went in with the white. I feel like if you get quite a lot of paint on the end of your paintbrush and then you kind of use it to drip on a white dot, it really helps. Then I went to do the same with the black and it did not work. My eyes looked really weird, but I fixed that in the end, so it kind of worked. Trying to sort out these eyes, and then I ended up going and putting on a little bit of blue as well, just to make it look quite cute. And by the time I got to the end, I forgot ladybirds actually had antennas, so I had to go back and put some antennas on the ladybird. I knew something was missing, but I just didn't know what it was. I think I'm going to start with the sun now. I was going to make this one quite happy, you know, Scotland's never sunny, so this change made me paint a sun on. I actually forgot what the sun looked like. That's me just putting the sun on. It started to go a bit green because I didn't leave enough time, and the blue mixed with the yellow to make green. I kind of just went with it. Start painting the sun rays, which I think they turned out quite well. They didn't go really green, but yeah, they went quite well. And just make sure you clean off, if you're doing like me, if you don't want to, if you're not very patient. I cleaned off my paintbrush at the end, so the green didn't come into the yellow and make the yellow green itself. But then I went around with some white and I made some cute clouds in the corner. So I thought that looked quite cute, and it actually did work out quite well because the blue had dried at this point. So after I'd finished that, I moved them off to the side, or tried to. I didn't leave them to dry, but I advise you guys leave them to dry while you're moving them about. And this is actually my rock where I did my favourite thing about camp. My favourite thing is actually a talent show, the camp talent show. But I I am not artistic enough to draw a talent show on a rock, so I decided to go with my second favourite thing, which was the campfire. And then I decided I didn't have an orange, so I made an orange at the side, mixing some red and yellow. But yeah, I love campfire. I love when everyone's sitting around the camp, reading some camp stories, some camp songs. That is definitely a thing I'm going to be missing this year. As you can see, if you can see in the top right hand corner, you can see a cup. That is actually where I went to summer camp when I was younger. And it just brings back a whole load of memories. It was a summer camp in Scotland. But yeah, I was looking forward to getting to know you guys this summer, but this is the next best way we can do it while we're being safe and not risking anything. So that's me nearly done with the rock. I was just painting on some marshmallows because I thought you can't have a campfire without some marshmallows. So yeah, I decided to add 4. I thought that was a good number. And I went over them a little bit with an extra white paint just to make them stand out more. And I added some sticks because we can't have floating marshmallows. So yeah, and then I did want to add some charcoal round the side of one of the marshmallows, but it didn't really end that well. But because you can't have just normal marshmallows, they have to be a bit toasted. But I hope you guys really use your imagination with this. If you want to paint your friends or, you know, whatever you love best about camp. So now we're moving on to this rock. This rock I put in the microwave for a couple minutes, and then I used my packet of crayons. You have to be really careful with this because the rock is really hot. As you can see, rocks do hold heat for a long amount of time. So you do have to be really careful. If you want, you can get a parent to help you out with this part, heating up the rock. And then I used my crayons and they just really easily melted onto the rock. And I decided I was going to do a sunset. So let's see how this goes. First I started off with the blue at the top, and then I put on a bit of red because I thought that'd be quite cute. Blue and red sunset. But I'm not as artistic as you guys. I know you guys will do a way better job than I did for this. But I added on some orange just to give some texture, some different coloured layers. And then I moved on to add some grey because I thought that would kind of even out the blue a little bit. Be quite a nice addition. Then I added, of course, you need yellow in the middle. So I added that and then I kind of mixed out the colours a bit. My crayon did end up getting really different colours on it, but oh well. Guess I've got a multicoloured crayon now. And then I just went in, added some extra colours again. And you do need to leave this rock I put it in my fridge, but you can leave it outside or whatever for a few extra minutes. Just make sure it's cooled down before you move it. And then I moved on to my ladybird rock, which had fully dried. Make sure that all your rocks, before you paint on the back of them, they fully dry. I decided I was going to paint some motivational phrases on them. So I thought every day is a new day would be quite cute. And our aim actually is going to be to hide these rocks in your nearby areas, whatever place you like. That can be anywhere on your street, can be next to a tree, anywhere you like. And then other people can come and find them. And then, you know, it really makes them feel positive and upbeat when they find a rock with a nice saying on it. But that's up to you if you want to put that on the back. It's your rock, your choice. So I decided just to make it quite colourful and ladybird-like. I put some spots on the back. I thought that'd be quite cute. But yeah, as I said, if you want to Google some, I did Google some because I couldn't think of this off the top of my head. But I just decided to put that on the back. I thought it would be quite cute for the people to pick up. You know, they can re-hide it or they can take it home with them, whatever they choose. We have this thing in my city where everyone hides them down the river, and then you can, when you find them, you post pictures on a Facebook page, or you can re-hide them or take them home, whatever your choice is. So my rock had fully cooled down, as you can see, so I decided to take a black crayon and crayon some trees, I think they turned out actually quite well, considering how unartistic I am. They didn't turn out as bad as I thought they would. You do need to go over them quite well because it is crayon on crayon, so you do need to be quite hard with it. I thought it'd be quite cute to put a few trees in here, and then as you can see later on, I love anything to do with the stars and the moon. It's like my favourite thing ever. I love looking up, and we've had a few meteor showers in Scotland, so just looking up and seeing them. So I decided I'd create my own star show, and in a minute I'll be painting on some white specks and a moon and the North Star onto the rock, which didn't turn out that well because, as I said, I'm not very artistic, but it turned out okay, I think. So I'm just finishing up with the trees and I'm grabbing my paints. Oh, I tried to do it with a crayon first, but it didn't work. So you do need your paint again. So I painted on the North Star first. Which kind of worked out okay, I guess. And then after that, I went on and moved to the moon. Which kind of looks like a U, but you guys will do better. And then it didn't really work when I just went straight in with the paint, so I dabbed a little bit of water in it and then speckled it on, just flicking it against my finger, and it did work out really well. And this is actually my favourite rock out of all of the rocks. Finishing off there, and that's the rock done. And I moved on to this sunshine rock, I think it is, the one with the sun on it. And that was going to say on it, be the sun to someone's cloud. I love this saying because brightening up someone else's day can make them and it can make you feel so much better. And it really does just, you know, boost your morale and everything. So I think everyone should try be the sun to someone else's cloud. As cheesy as it does sound, I love the saying, and I wanted someone else to find it on my rock. Especially with the sun in Scotland right now. I can't stop talking about it because it never happens. It's never sunny here. It's always rainy. So I'm just finishing off with that rock now. And I'm going to go over because the pink didn't really work well, so I'm going over again with some more pink, just layering on so it's more easy to read. But as I said, you guys can choose anything you want to put on your rocks. You just have to use your imagination. It can be some flowers, favourite things about camp, it can be anything you want it to be, you can make it. So after I'm finished with that rock, I'm going to move on to my favourite rock, the sunset one with the crayons. And I loved this saying, it was, every sunset brings a new dawn. Oh no, every sunset brings a promise of a new dawn. Sorry, I forgot. But yeah, I love this saying. It's kind of like that every day is a new day. You know, you can start afresh. And then I moved on after all my rocks were dried, and I'm just showing you about my cycle route because I cycled down to the river Ness, as you can see there. That's where I'm going to hide my rocks for everyone to find. This is the River Ness, and as you're seeing in a minute, right there is a white bridge, and it's called the Bouncy Bridge. So basically, when you stand on it and you jump, it bounces up and down. That's my favourite thing. And then again, this is actually where I hid my first rock. I thought it was the perfect place. And that's my second rock. The third rock, I loved this little bridge that I found. It was really cute with the trees and everything, the little stream. And then the fourth rock was just perfect. perfect space for hiding the fourth rock. Okay, and that is the end of the video, and I hope you guys all enjoy the rock making, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys!